Hello students, in this video lecture we have to study next poem number 2.4, Have You Earned Your Tomorrow? This is very beautiful poem. In last video lecture we studied poem number 2.3, The Inkscape of the Rock, written by Robert Southey. So in this video lecture we studied next poem. The poem title is that Have You Earned Your Tomorrow, which is written by great poet Edgar Guest. Before start the poem, I would like to explain the icebreakers. Look at the first question. Complete the following verb. Different ways to help others. See, in our day-to-day life, our friends, mostly they need our help. So, according to that, what you have to do? We have to help each other, and we always help to each other, but different ways to help. So you have to just complete the verb. I already solved it, but you have to write more information about that in your English notebook. So let's see the first, different ways to help others. First one, helping with chores. Different types of the chores we have to help. Next one, helping senior citizen, physically volunteering at the time of disaster. Next one, donating money, clothes, books, etc. We can help with donating money donation, clothes, books, or whatever the person need. And helping with their studies. Studies means sharing your notes, not sharing your answer in exam time. I would like to explain here, because number of students, they thought that sir taught us helping with their studies, so not in exam time. Helping with study, their study, it means that they need any stationery material, any notebook, any notes, you have to just share with that, but don't copy your answer. Next question is that discuss with your partner about the different idioms, proverbs related to the word tomorrow. One is done for you. I already solved every remaining answer I already solved it. So you have to just listen carefully and you have to write more about that. Never put off until tomorrow what you can do today. Second one I'll given here. You can't have a better tomorrow if you are always thinking of yesterday. Like tomorrow with today. The best preparation for tomorrow is doing your best today. We know nothing of tomorrow. Our business is to be good and happy today. In this way, you have to just write about your own way, idioms and proverbs. Next one, when you make your future plans, you think of, first one is given career. Second one, I already solved it, investment, family, higher education, housing, medical insurance, life insurance, etc. What more you think, you have to write here. Next one, plan your tomorrow by completing the table given below. One is done for you, examination, college function, function at your home. What you have to do? At exam time, study timetable, detailed study, difficult concept, list of the top important topics and revision. In college functions, if you write more information, if you know more information about the important word examinations, you have to write more information about that. Next one, in college function, preparing a list of duties, preparing budget, committees, allotment of duties, etc. You have to write more information about that. Function at your home, cleaning the house, arranging the refreshment, food decoration, receiving and entertaining. Other remaining word you have to write it. Now let's see the poem. Let's see the more information about the poet. Have You Earned Your Tomorrow by Edgar Guest. Edgar Guest was born 1881 and he passed away 1959. He was born in England and was brought to the United States when he was 10 years old. He began his writing career in 1895 at the age of 14. Edgar Guest is known as a people's poet for his simple style and optimistic tone of writing. Guest is an American writer of newspaper and magazines. This is an inspirational poem. In this poem, the speaker is asking the readers whether they have done anything to improve the life of another human being or not. It is up to you whether you will have a better future or not. Therefore, one should consider one's action and deeds carefully and plan accordingly for the better future. Look at the title. Have you earned your tomorrows? By Edgar Guest is a 4-stanza poem that is separated into the sets of 4 lines or the quarters. Guest used to convert these quatrains to add a consistent rhyming scheme. The lines follow the pattern of A A B B C C A A D D E E F F A A. Immediately noteworthy is the repetition of the A sound that appears in the first, second and fourth stanza. It has been used repeatedly in order to unify the text. The sound repeats just like the speaker's questions are rephrased in order to make a new impact. Both elements of the poem constantly press on the reader's mind, as the readers will immediately notice upon beginning, have you earned your tomorrow? That is, the text is marked by question directed at the reader. Each stanza contains at least 2, sometimes 3 questions which prove at once treatment of others. For example, the second stanza inquires into friendly greetings and kind actions, while the third is concerned with helping others and giving hope. The speaker's words are piercing, leaving no room for interpretation. Any reader who considers them even briefly will be challenged to analyze their own goodness. So first I read the whole poem, then I'll explain each and every stanza. Listen carefully. Have you earned your tomorrow? Is anybody happier because you pass his way? Does anyone remember that you spoke to him today? This day is almost over and its tolling time is through. Is there anyone to utter now a kindly word of you? Did you give a cheerful greeting to the friend who came along, or a churlish soft sort of howdy and then vanish in the throng? Were you selfish, pure and simple as you rushed along the way? Or is someone mighty grateful for a deed you did today? Can you say tonight, in parting with the days that's sleeping fast, that you help a single brother of the many that you passed? Is a single heart rejoicing over what you did or said? Does a man whose hopes were fading now with courage look ahead? Did you waste the day or lose it? Was it well a sorely spent? Did you leave a trail of kindness or a scare of discontent? As you close your eyes in slumber, do you think that God would say, you have earned one more tomorrow by the work you did today? Edgar Guest. Now look at the first stanza. I'll explain. Have you earned your tomorrow? First stanza. Is anybody happier because you passed his way? The poet asks questions here. Does anyone remember that you spoke to him today? Another question the poet asks. This day is almost over and its toiling time is through. Is there anyone to utter now a kindly word of you? In the first stanza of this piece, the speaker begins with a question. Of all the questions to come, this one is the most direct. It gets to the heart of what guest speakers is concerned with. He asks if today you referring to the reader made anyone's day better. He speaks abstractly about a hymn a reader might have passed and helped or made happier. The speaker purposely does not define what this means. It is up for interpretation as it could mean any number of things. This question is followed by a second, the latter or third. The second asks the reader if there was anyone you spoke to today who remembers you. Again, this question could mean anything. The most important parts of these two questions are the emphasis on unprompted kindness and the fact that it is now the end of the day. The hours are running out for you to make a positive impact. The speaker emphasizes this by asking if there is anyone to utter now a kindly word of you. Look at the second stanza. Did you give a cheerful greeting to the friend who came along, or a churlish sort of howdy and then vanish in the throng? Were you selfish, pure and simple as you rushed along the way? Or is someone mighty grateful for a deed you did today? Here the poet asks another three questions in this second stanza. It begins with another question. Here the speaker asks if any time during the day you greeted a friend cheerfully. Now the kindness is moving inward. The speaker is also concerned with how you treat those known to you as well. In the next lines, he presents the opposite and pushes the reader on their own selfish tendencies. Rather than a cheerful, heartfelt hello, the speaker asks if you were churlish or rude. This would also be marked by one's quick disappearance into the crowd and rushing off to another task. It is clear the speaker feels distressed at the idea of treating a friend in this way. He says very clearly that it is the purely selfish way to be, as if he is hoping for a opposite response. He asks, or did you act differently, and is someone grateful for a deed you are today? Now look at the third stanza. Can you say tonight, the parting with the days that sleeping fast, that you help a single brother of the many that you passed, is a single heart rejoicing over what you did or said? Does a man whose hopes were fading now with courage look ahead? In the second last stanza, in third stanza, the poet explains. This is also begin with the question. Probing into any help the reader might have given to a single brother. It is enough for the speakers if you were kind to one person out of the many that you passed. An action like an action like this would be sufficient to have on your tomorrow. It is important to note how this way of thinking is connected to a number of different religions and their dependence on good deeds. This is backed up by Guest's tendency to connect these themes to Christianity. In fact, God comes into play in the fourth stanza as one is forced to contend with how they lived. In the second half of the third stanza, the speaker uses courage and cowardice as tools to improve or worsen someone's life. He asks if there is one single heart that is now rejoicing due to your action. Ideally, he would like there to be a man with improved hopes and reinvigorated courage. Look ahead. And look at the last stanza. Did you waste the day or lose it? Was it well or sorely spent? In last stanza again questions, first line also started with question in the last stanza. Did you live a trial of kindness or a scare of discontent? As you close your eyes in slumber, do you think that God would say, you have earned one more tomorrow by the work you did today? Edgar Guest. According to the last stanza, in the first stanza, the speaker states that any day not spent at least in part improving the lives of others is wasted. It is lost of it was sorely or badly spent. On the other hand, if it was well spent, there will be a trial of kindness, making one's path through the day. The last lines tell the reader, if they are unsure how their day was spent, that they can't close their eyes in slumber and think about what God would have to say to them. After considering the response of God, a reader feels as if they have done well, then tomorrow is assured. Otherwise, God might look kindly on the action or inaction of the day and tomorrow might not come. So this is very beautiful poem written by American poet Edgar Guest. Now look at the poetic device, some important figure of speech. In this poem, interrogations, figure of speech, alliteration, that much only use, because each and every stanza which consists to the interrogation figure of speech and alliteration figure of speech, most of the word repeated again and again. Now let's see the summary of the poem. This is very beautiful poem written by Edgar Guest. The poem begins with the speakers asking a reader if they did anything to improve the day of another human being. He continues on to ask if the reader greet their friends cheerfully or if instead they pass them churishly. It is the end of the day and time is running out to the guarantees one's actions are approved by God. In the second half of the poem, the speaker inquires into the reader's action further. He hopes that everyone does what they can to bring hope and courage to those who do not have it. The poem concludes with the speaker's reminding the reader that it is up to God whether or not you have a tomorrow. Therefore, one should consider their action carefully if they want to see the next day. So this is very beautiful poem written by Edgar Guest. So this is very important poem for exams. So all questions, activity 1, activity 2, activity 3, activity 4, activity 5 and activity 6 also you have to solve, because this poem is related to your tomorrow. So every time don't think about the marks, sometimes just think about your life philosophy. So here this is very important poem for board exam purpose. So that's why I would like to suggest you have to solve each and every activity of this poem. Thank you.